Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to change lanes properly and safely. Most of the time you want to be driving in the left lane, and there'll be times you need to change lanes because your lane's blocked, or you need to change lanes because the left lane is taking somewhere you don't want to go, or you need to overtake somebody. So I'll show you all those scenarios and how to do them safely. And before you change lanes, first thing you want to do is make sure that you're looking at your mirrors beforehand, so you have a good picture of what's going on behind you. So right now I can see there's a car right next to me. Actually, he's going past me now, which is fine. So if I wanted to change lanes, I already have an idea what's going on around me, and behind them there's another car as well. So if I want to change lanes, I wouldn't do it because there's already a car there. Let's say I want to change lanes and I've seen signs to go somewhere else, but there's a car right next to me like now. I wouldn't indicate right now. I would just maybe back off a tiny bit, so this car's next to me now. So when I signal now, they're not going to get scared. So I've checked my mirrors, now I'll signal. Because there's no space really close to this car, I'm just going to slow down a bit, but there's a car behind them as well, and he's gaining on us a little bit, but then now you see he's not speeding up, he's just maintaining the same speed, which means it's letting me come through, and that's how it's done. So when you see somebody not gaining speed, or they're just kind of holding the same speed, once they've seen your signal, it usually means they're not gonna cut you up, they're letting you through. So to go back to the left, I'm just gonna check my mirrors and signal. I can see a big gap there, so I'm just gonna keep checking my mirror as I'm going back, and then once I'm in, I can cancel my signal. So as a driver, you don't want to be driving next to somebody in their blind spot for too long, especially like big vehicles. So this vehicle should either go past or just back off a little bit, because I couldn't see him for a long time there. So now I can see it's a bit clearer. I'm going to go back to the left, so I'm going to signal, taking care that I don't get too close to the one in front as well. So I'm just braking now because I can see everyone else is braking in front of me. So I'm just going to start braking gently. I'm going to get down to 3 because I'm going about just 21 miles an hour now. And I can see ahead of me there's a bus. Don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's going into turn, maybe he's going to pull over a bus stop. So that's something you want to be wary of as well, that other drivers, especially buses and things, will stop in the middle of the lane sometimes. So already I'm thinking about changing lanes if I need to. So I'm checking on my surroundings. I can see there's a silver car right next to my side there, my right side. There's an orange car behind him as well. So I'm going to signal now, and I'm going to go into this lane actually, so I can go past this bus, so I can go a bit faster. And when I've done that, I'm watching these other cars that are behind the bus as well, because they might have the same idea. So they might want to come and try join this lane too, to go faster than the bus. So if I want to go back to the left, I wouldn't go back right now because this guy is way too close to me. But I can see this lady's pulling her hand out to stop the bus. So I'm just going to keep checking my mirror. I'm going to signal left, let him know, and I'm checking for anybody else that might come behind me and try to go in front of me as well, but no one's doing that. And I cancel my signal. So here, where the lanes disappear, you see the lines disappear because it's a big junction here. You want to be really careful, and you want to make sure you're sticking to your own lane. Just use the car in front, or use your imagination. Imagine where the lines should be, and try your best to make sure you stick to that line. So this car is trying to change lanes in front of me now. So I'm just going to reduce my speed a bit to give him some space. So when people signal like that, sometimes they do it quite late. So if you can, just check your mirror first, and then just brake a little bit to give them a bit of space so they can go in there comfortably, because you don't want them to cut you up, and it's going to be more dangerous for both of you. So right now I'm just keeping my distance. I'm also checking my mirrors for any other cars that might try to do the same thing as the other car did, because in this kind of junction, especially where two big roads are going in different directions, some people will get the lane wrong, and then they'll come to this lane at the last second. And I'm not going to change. Let's say I want to go past this car, I wouldn't change lanes right now because other cars might come from this lane. I'll wait till it's a bit clearer, and then if I want to, then I can change lanes. So like now, for instance, I'm going to start thinking about going into the other lane because this car's going a bit slow for my liking. So I'm just checking, but there's cars going past me. And once the other car's gone, so the orange car was behind me, but it's indicating to go past. So once he's gone past me, I'll indicate as well to let people know that I want to change. But I can see there's a van there. He's indicating to go out that lane. So now I can see the lane's clear. Then I can speed up a bit more and go into that lane. And same with this car as well. So I'm going to go around this car, but you see this van is quite close. I'm just going to check my mirror first. Okay, so this van's going a bit slower than the car in the middle, which is not ideal because I don't want to go past the van using this lane here. If I want to go past the van, I want to go past him from the right. So hopefully, I'm going to give him a bit of space. Hopefully he's going to go back into the middle lane, or maybe even the left lane. So you see, so he's going back into the middle lane. So now I can think about going around him. But I can see there's a car going past me already. So I'm just going to check my mirrors. Once he's gone past, I will signal. So he's gone past. So I'm going to signal to let everyone know I'm going to go around to the right. So I'm keep checking my mirror. So right now I can check my mirror one more time. I can see it's clear and there's enough space between me and this car in front as well. So now I can go into this lane. Then I'll go into 5th gear as well. But you see there, this van's going faster now. So sometimes this happens. So you're about to overtake somebody, but then they start going faster. So it's not a big deal. I'm just going to check my mirror and go back to the middle lane because the car's quite far away. And I could go back to the left lane, but the car in the left lane is not going that fast either. And there's a junction up there as well. So I don't want to be going in there when there's cars that potentially could be coming out from the side there. So I'm just going to keep in this lane for now. Once I go past that slip road, I'll think about going back to the left. You see, there's even a warning sign over there saying to you that there's a slip road 100 yards away. So it wouldn't make sense now to go back into that lane because there are cars trying to join this lane, which is why this car in front has moved into this lane now. And at the same time, I'm still checking around me because I might need to change lanes for some reason. And I wouldn't want to do it when there's a car going past like here now. But you see now, so these guys in front of me are going a bit slower. I'm just going to check my mirror signal and go around this guy. It looks like it's good right now. The van behind me is really far away, so I don't have to worry about him too much. All the time I'm keeping an eye on my speed, because I don't want to go faster than the speed limit, just overtake these guys. If they're going already in the speed limit, then I'll think about going back to the other lane, because you don't want to just break the speed limit just for the sake of overtaking people. I'm also looking at the sign here telling me that this lane is coming to an end in 600 yards. So that's going to give me a bit of a heads up. So I wouldn't want to be in that lane and then have to struggle my way back into this middle lane or the left lane. I'm just going to stay in this lane for now. But because of that, I'm going to keep an eye out on this mirror as well to make sure that there's no cars coming from that lane trying to go in front of me at the same time as the lanes are finishing. So I'm just looking out for that too. And you can see the cars ahead are slowing down. I'm just going to actually go into the left lane now because the slip road is finished. I'm going to go into the left lane, normal driving lane. It looks like everyone up ahead is slowing down. So that lane is coming to an end. So now it's 2 lanes. And then there's a van next to me as well going kind of quick. And the speed limit is changing as well. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that. And I don't want to go past these guys using the left lane, which would be undertaken. So I'm just going to go a bit slower. I'm in 4th right now. I can see everyone up ahead is starting to brake. So I can start braking as well, bringing my speed down gradually. Thinking about what gear I'm going to use. So like now, these guys are slowing down because of traffic. Now I can go past them slowly. So I wouldn't want to go past them, like just normal driving. But because they're slowing down because of traffic ahead of them, I can actually go past them. I will show you how to change lanes in these kind of conditions as well, where it's like really close, slow moving traffic. In a lot of ways, this one is a bit easier because no one's going that fast. People will have more time to see your signal, and they're not in a rush, so they're gonna let you out, especially if you don't do it in like a forced way. I'll show you what I mean. So like, let's try it now. I'm just gonna put my signal on. I'm just gonna make eye contact with the guys on the right side there. I'm looking for a gap. So I can see that little Corsa there. He's looking like he's gonna go in front of me, so he's not giving me any space. Then there's a BMW just behind them. I'll see what they're saying. So they're slowing down a bit, and he's actually flashing me as well. So I'll go in there. So you see there, when they slow down a bit, that's a dead giveaway that they're letting you through. And then just to confirm that he was letting me through, he gave you a little flash. You want to be looking out for that. But also when people flash you, you want to make sure that it's actually for you and it's not for someone else, and that their intention is to actually let you through. Because sometimes people use the flash to let you know that they're there, which is actually the correctly technical way to flash your lights. But most people will flash to let you know that they're letting you through. So when you see that, just confirm that it's actually for you just by looking at their behavior. Are they slowing down? Are they speeding up? Then if you can see that they're slowing down or giving you a bit more space, then you go in there. Check your mirror again before you go in there, and then that's it. So now I'm going to try to do it on the left side now. I'm just going to check my mirrors, and then I'll signal left. But you see this white car right next to me? I'm going to let him go far past a bit first. There's a car next to me, but see the way they've sped up? So this will be a sign that they're not trying to let me through. So I'm just gonna slow down a bit more, have a check. But I think he's letting me through actually, so because he slowed down a lot. So then I can go and see that. There's never a rush, so don't rush to do anything. If someone's not letting you through, just let them carry on, and then you can always find another chance to go. If they are letting you through, then just take your time and go through. There's no rush basically. If you're unsure, definitely don't change lanes. Just wait for another chance. So if you want to change lanes after the bus lane's finished, you still want to check a mirror, because there could be another car on there, bus, motorbike, anybody using that lane. So check your mirror before you go in there. And then here the lanes are merging together now, so I'm just going to slow down a bit because the lines disappeared. So you see that car was in the middle lane, but then they've come into this lane by mistake, I think. So you want to be wary of that. Lanes merging together, lines a bit faded, people are going to make mistakes. So here I'm just checking my right mirror to make sure there's no one else going in front of me like that Mercedes, and that way there won't be any contact.